Hey guys, Twice are here, and this is a new kind of video that I'm gonna work on, and that's giving reviews on the Fast books that I read. So far I could finish Into the Pit and half of Fetch. So for now, and for this video, I'm gonna go for Into the Pit. And I should put some sort of spoiler alert before we get to the get to the story, because I'm gonna assume that you read the books. If you haven't read the books, go and buy them, or if you can, like me, because I have trouble getting the books because they don't ship them to my country. There's a site that you can download the ebook versions for free there. I'll put the link to that in the description. You can click on it and you can get the books and read them. They're pretty fun. And also another thing I'd like to mention before we cut to the chase is that I haven't watched any theory videos. I just used my own brain to try to piece together stuff and make some theories. I hope they're interesting for you guys as well. So the first story of Into the Pit was Into the Pit, and this one was not what I expected. I was expecting this to be pretty cool and all, because I really like the yellow bunny character. I like its appearance, but his role wasn't that good. He didn't have a good personality. I believe if he had talked like the other characters from the book, that would have been amazing. That would have completed his personality. But other than that, it was just, they're not really complete. And I think that the reason that no one was worried about Yellow was that probably Oswald was the only one who could see. I'm not so sure if Yellow was using some sort of discs, because if you've read the other three novels, like Silver's Twisted Ones and Fourth Closet, there's some sort of mention of some discs that can emit some waves and rays that can affect your brain, and you see the person that is using it in another form. I'm not so sure if Yellow was using that to look like Oswald's father. And that's just a little theory here. And the problem with the book, this story in particular, it was that it didn't really make sense. There were a lot of parts that didn't make sense to me, at least. Because why would a ball pit be a time machine if it doesn't make sense? That part when I reached it threw me off, and in the end I didn't really enjoy this story. I was disappointed, but hopefully the next story, which was to be beautiful, literally changed my mind, because this one was amazing. I say this is the best story in this book. Very well written. The story was cool, and Eleanor having a very complete personality, I'd say, and some mysterious stuff going on with that necklace. This necklace, I believe could be like used as the disc that I just explained. So in here I would say that this disc would also have effect on Sarah's brain, mind, or whatever, because she was turned into a robot or something. Could have an effect on her mind, so she didn't feel robotic. She would just feel like a normal human and all. That's why she couldn't tell that she was a robot. And the others will see her as a human as well. So, and that's why when the necklace was broken off, the real form of her was shown to people. And then Eleanor taking old Sarah's place. I have another theory about that as well, that the necklace and Eleanor herself had this ability to transfer the information with each other. So the necklace each night would gather data from Sarah's old look and then give that to Eleanor, and Eleanor would make up a new form for Sarah and give that to the necklace. And in order for that to happen, apparently was that her body parts must have been mutilated and all, and be replaced with robotic stuff and stuff like that. The only problem I had with the story was the beginning of it, because Sarah was just complaining about her looks. That part was a little annoying. Other than that, it was amazing, I'd say. And that's all I have for it to be beautiful. Now we can get to Count the Ways. Count the Ways at some point, some parts, literally gave me some chills and stuff, and like. Count the Ways Funtime Freddy. I call him Funtime Ways. I just give names to nameless characters. And talking about this and stuff, that was so weird. He talked in a weird way, I'd say. At the ending, I'd like to say that I don't know when that blade was shot. It could Millie dodge that or didn't. It wasn't mentioned. The story just ended with her grandpa putting some stuff for her when she can't come back. And I was at a shock. I was like, wait, what happened to Millie then? Could she survive or not? I think the story was developed in a way to have two endings and you could decide. But I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. If I'm missing something and it was mentioned somewhere that she died or not, you can tell me. The slight problem with the story was that Funtime Ways and Millie's parts were strewn through the story. I mean, I know why the writers did that, because they didn't want the death descriptions being repetitive and all. But if someone didn't know about the character, I mean, there was a character called, Funtime Ways, and he was supposed to kill Millie. If they didn't know, they would be at a loss. Like, maybe they're not a big Fnaf fan and they didn't know. I knew that there was this character who had something to do with Millie. But if I didn't know, I would have been very confused at the beginning. Because you were just getting there and it was just some mentions of death and stuff. Yeah, that was the only problem. Other than that, the concept is pretty cool. I like it. So that's for Count the Ways, and in the end there was an epilogue, but apparently it's gonna continue in the other books, so I can't really review that. Now, if I were to give ratings to the stories, I would give Into the Pit only 3 out of 10, because it didn't really, I didn't enjoy it that much, and I explained it. And the ending was a little bizarre as well. Like, they just acted like nothing had happened. There was a happy ending, and I don't like happy endings. For To Be Beautiful, I give a 9.5 out of 10, just because of the beginning of it. For Count the Ways, I'll give 9, because of the little issue I explained. The animatronic characters, I give Yellow 2 out of 10, because he didn't have any sort of personality, in my opinion. For Eleanor, I'll give 10 out of 10, because her personality was complete. Nothing was missing. And for Funtime Ways, I'll give him 9 out of 10, because he had some weird information about some sort of history and all, and that was unsettling. For the human characters, the protagonists and all, I don't really wanna give ratings, cause I don't feel like it. I don't really care about the protagonists and all. I just am interested in the animatronic characters. So I think that's all I can say. Overall, the book was a good one. It was a good experience for me, and I enjoyed reading it, except for Into the Pit. But the other 2 stories were awesome. I really wanted to know what was going to happen next, and the feel of each story. I mean, I don't really want to compare the stories together, like which one had a better, I don't know, structure, a better character. I'm not gonna really compare them to each other because the stories are separate, so they should be judged separately. And you can't really compare, be like, oh, Eleanor was better than Yellow because Eleanor has a better personality. Maybe if Eleanor was in that kind of story, in Yellow's story, it would have been different. She wouldn't have had that personality anyway. That's why I say I don't really want to compare the stories together. And I think it's fair to do that. So that's it, I guess. I don't think there's anything else to say. I just wanted to keep it short and say my theories and all. Comment down what you think, because I really would love to know your opinions. And when I'm done with Fetch, a review on that will come out soon as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope it was interesting for you guys, and see you in the next video.